what I like to do is highlight talent in the area. I love young talent of all ages, and I have a high admiration for artists, which is where my passion lies. So we were so thrilled to hear that Danielle Colin would be with us this evening. She is from Connecticut. Her family is from Haiti. She is a poet, a performer, a visual artist, and an educator. And she received her master's degree from the University of Albany in African American Studies and English. So I'm giving the floor to her because this is as formal or as informal as we would like it to be. This is your presentation, so welcome. And the floor is yours.
Hello. Hi there. So I'm just going to feel it out a little bit. I might read a little from the book. Might walk around, not too much, but, you know. Y'all get comfortable. Seigneur parler, moi pour parler, tant pour yon qu'au voir ou même. Qui t'aime chercher, même j'en comme, petit tout qui, perdu qui seul, guide-moi Seigneur, pour me guider, bien mon qui prend, mauvais chemin. Pour manger, pour capable nourrir mon qui gambou I dream in a language that feels like home. The words come to mind when I can't find the right ones in English. This language I learned first the cadence. The dance that sways with my tongue. Le moi parler Kreyol. When I speak Kreyol, I have the voice of Haiti in my throat, thirsting to tell stories that may never be translatable, but will always end with hope, and for that, they will always be worth telling. So I have a new book. It came out in November of last year, and all the poems in the book are themed around where my family is from. They're from Haiti. And some of them are light, some of them are heavy, but that's the nature of Haiti in general. It says some of it is beautiful, some of it is ugly, but it's all in there. You have to take it off. Okay. So this poem is called Femme Haïtienne, Head of the Rising Sun, and it's a poem that kind of embodies all the Haitian women that I grew up knowing and meeting when I on my trips to Haiti. They cut the sun's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. Poverty bleeds internally there. She lives in the city of the sun. 5 children, husband dead, murdered for supporting Titi. They beat her, they stalk her, they be at her house. She beat them by hiding. She lives in the city of the sun where she married again. Married a man who raped her daughter, ripped her heart more. New baby, 6 children, no money. She lives in the city of the sun where water floods her home. Wade in the water, her family waits in the water. In the city of the sun where it seldom shines. So turn the sun on its pregnant belly over the horizon. Birthing femme haïtienne, Haitian women, mountain women, militant mountains. Demon, Semon, behind the mountains are more mountains. Demon, Semon, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carry resistance in their sweat. They walk in worn shoes, calloused feet, dark skin glistens in the noon sun, veins map their hands, river water comes through Haiti's dried land as their stomachs empty, sagging breasts like eroded hillsides. The women carry water on their heads, water in their wombs, water off their floors. They are potomitan, center pillars holding a collapsed house while the sun breaks dawn like coconuts cracked open with machetes. These women Teneb, beat back the dark, turn the sun on its pregnant belly over the horizon, birthing a new day. Laugh the women, we are still here. And we run the book, neighborhood watchers, beat water out clothes on rocks, write secret messages in the money, be at water when the sun goes into labor, and you will see her. Anakayana, Anakayana. Golden flower hangs in the sky, Taino chief thief, hung for trying to negotiate peace with Columbus. These women rest in her story, burning souls rest in her blazing sun. They cut the sun's head off in Cité Soleil, Haiti. These women birth a new one every day. Mountain women, militant mountains. Demon, behind the mountains are more mountains, like a million hills rolling before the sun. These women carry Haiti in their sweat. Ooh. Thank you. Okay. So there's a poem that I wrote called Beyond What They Say. Yay! I got a fan! And I wrote the poem because every time you see Haiti in the news, the one thing that they want to say is that it's the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. Haiti is the country that has the last name, right? It's Haiti, the poorest country in the Western Hemisphere. And when the earthquake happened, that's all they said. They didn't really go into the history. They didn't go into the beauty of Haiti. That's all they said. So I wrote this poem to kind of counter a lot of the stereotypes and things that people say about Haiti, to really tell them the truth. We are beyond it. They say we are the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. We are beyond it. They say we run in hills barefoot with dust in our hair. We are beyond it. They say we made a pact with the devil, that we threw hexes for voodoo to overthrow colonial gurus, but who knew? We have more people going to church than to Uga and Lugos, and so what? We still dance and swear hips to the music of mountains, where our ancestors hit plotting when we were slaves, when we were rebels, when we were revolutionaries revolutionizing revolution until we were free. We revolted. We signed no papers. We took their papers. We made new papers. We negotiated with no one. 1804, we spent war on our kidnappers and claimed our independence because we were people. We were people with dreams. We had lost our fathers. We had lost our mothers. We had lost our lands. We had lost ours. We were angry. We were hopeful. We were determined. We were black. We were black blue. We were the people, Negroes, la pelle des Antilles. We were the richest colony in the world. Sugarcane, cotton, cocoa, tobacco, and indigo, Haiti. Land of mountains in the Arawak language. Despite poverty's winds, we stand like mountains. Despite terror's rain, we stand like mountains. Despite the drought of death, the flood of false promises only redefines our size. We don't move for the convenience of others. We are mountains. We stand like we stood aside Americans in the American Revolution fighting for their freedom while we were still slaves. We stand like Boukman, like Toussaint, like Christophe, like Jean-Jacques Dessalines, Emperor King. We stand like why who let black Americans emigrate to Haiti before ethnicity, before island rivalry, before when just being black was the thing to be because we were one. We were African, period. Yeah. They say we're not American, but the American city of Chicago was founded by a Haitian, Jean-Baptiste Point de Sable. They say we live in hell. We live on earth, in Altibonite, Gonaïves, Port-au-Prince, Port-au-Prince, Jacmel, Brooklyn, Boston, Miami, Spring Valley, Albany, New York, Georgia, Montreal, France, the world. They say you can't even pick up a prostitute down there without genuine fear of AIDS. Well, you can't pick up a prostitute anywhere without genuine fear of AIDS. They say our illiteracy rate is high. We are beyond it. We have become linguists. We speak French, Kreyol, Spanish, and English. We have become presidents, prime ministers, doctors, lawyers, RNs, LPNs, teachers, musicians, artists, poets. We have become. We were enslaved. We were taken, but we have become Haiti, the second oldest republic in the Western Hemisphere after the United States, the oldest black republic in the world. For our sons, for our daughters, for our freedom, we made dying beautiful. And it doesn't matter now what they say. They say we are the poorest nation in the Western Hemisphere. I say we are beyond it. All right. That felt good. That always feels good. Let's see. poem about my hair. Okay. I have a lot of it, as you can see, and usually have it like really good. That would be froish, but I didn't have time for that today. So, but anyway, all the things in this poem have actually been said to me. Just so you know. When my hair was relaxed, the only two questions asked were, is it real? And what do you use? Now that I've transitioned from straight hair to my natural self, it's like people have hypertension, share all sorts of comments and questions like, how long does that take you? As if they didn't sit for hours getting their Senegalese twist or their Washington set. As if they never sat for so long scratching the dandruff out that they fall asleep on someone's knee. And then there's my pet peeve. Can I touch it? As if I'm some type of exotic pet. Go find a poodle. Or comments like, you know Easter Sunday is coming up. What are you going to do with that? This one is usually accompanied by a look of concern. Or, why didn't you comb your hair today? Oh, it's combed, but you can't run the comb through. Oh, you can, but how do you get it this soft? Wait, it's soft? All of these are usually accompanied by a look of confusion, and the list goes on. Like, are you ever going to straighten that? I mean, you're going to straighten that for your wedding, right? What about graduation? I mean, come on. How do you expect to get a man a job? You don't think you look like an old lady? Oh, wait, hold on. Speechless with raised eyebrows. Are you Jamaican? Again, speechless. There are two-strand twists, not locks, and then not all Jamaicans have locks. So why don't you just get locks? I see this as a pointless conversation. Doesn't matter if my hair is out or a two-strand twist, braided on the side, pro hawk in the middle, or wash and go. If it's not straight, some people just don't understand. Makes me want to have discussions on the effect of colonialism on the mind, the brainwashing of the media, the overwhelming abundance of images showing black women with long, flowy hair when we really know the truth. When we know our hair blows in the wind only on the day we leave the salon, and then it's all golden. Makes me want to have arguments like, if a man only wants me because I have straight hair, maybe he shouldn't have me at all. And if a job won't hire me, maybe I need to hire myself. And if you can't handle looking at my hair on Easter Sunday, maybe you should question why it is you go to church. And just to seal the deal, I will not be straightening my hair, not for my wedding or graduation or Easter. Besides the fact that this thing on my head, referred to as that, is just the way it grows. Thank you. Y'all all right? Are you ready? Okay, so I can't be in this space during Black History Month in the racial environment that we're living in and not do these two poems. This one is called Morning Suns. And if you know anything about police brutality, you'll understand everything. The gun shot, then the screaming stopped. Silence hung waiting for protest like strange fruit ripened by the sun. This skin, no matter how we rub, don't wipe off on streets where target practice is never enough. Ceased breath now heaves in the wind. Hearts bleed on blood-stained sidewalks, crying for sons. Let the tears seep through the soil 6 feet deep where kin weep and dead bodies keep cold. We need no tear gas for tears. Just eyes, unseen by just eyes, where justice dies and villainizing victims, victimizing villains. Let our hearts beat 10 times harder for every bullet. 40 and 10 times for every wallet unidentified. 50 and 10 times for every wedding bell unsung. For every blow to the face, bruised eyes will never mean we won't see. Bleeding lips will never mean we won't speak. Our mornings when morning death is like a nightstick sodomizing our core, and dreams haunted by ghosts in white hoods grip our sleep, and the stench of decaying flesh noosed by violence from ropes and choke holds overshadows the sweet smell of candy on a walk home. On those mornings, let us rise strong, courageous, and vigilant, unlike cowardly vigilantes who never settle for our existence, who underestimate our resistance when we've not turned our way through history after being Emmett Tilled, and still black skin and hoodies lead to being killed or kinged, shot or beaten like the ring of freedom never wrong. Liberty dressed in blood, seeping through the soil where dead bodies keep cold. Still screaming, I can't breathe. Still screaming, hands up, don't shoot. Still screaming, still screaming, still screaming. If I ever have sons, I will teach them to know their bloodline before chalk lines ever sketch their bodies. Lay their hands in the wet concrete so the ground can feel their touch before it tastes their blood. Let their voices shout louder than shots fired. Let them scream until we rise, stronger, courageous, and vigilant, to cowardly vigilantes who will never settle for our existence. Y'all know down, down, baby, down by the roller coaster, sweet, sweet, baby. Okay. So what I want you to do is when I say, let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong, I need you to say,
down, down, baby.
nope. What I need you to say is, let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong, okay? And when I say hands, repeat, we're gonna practice. So I'm gonna make sure y'all got it, okay? So let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
Let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
Okay, so earlier this week, I flew to San Francisco, and there's a 3-hour difference, and then I came back Wednesday night really late, like 12:30, and then I went to work to teach some high school students, and after that, I went and taught a poetry workshop. And then I woke up this morning to do it all over again. So I'm tired. So y'all are going to have to give me some energy. Okay? All right. So we're going to try this again. Okay? Let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
Let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
No, let's get the rhythm of the hands.
Let's get the rhythm of the hands.
Let's get the rhythm of the feet.
Let's get the rhythm of the feet.
Let's get the rhythm of the hot dog.
Let's get the rhythm of the hot dog.
There we go. Now we're ready. Okay. So that was for my black boys. This is for my black girls. I cry for little black girls on street corners whose fathers don't know them, whose mothers don't care for them. Little black girls playing hopscotch and singing double dutch and chanting, down, down, baby, down by the roller coaster, sweet, sweet baby, I'll never let you go. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pow. Shimmy, shimmy, cocoa pop, shimmy, shimmy, pow. I cry for little black girls who turn to guns. Little black girls who don't know how to make $1 out of 15 cents, or how to make sense out of no options when no dollars are left. Little black girls who say, when I grow up, I want the Gucci and the Benz. So they spend half their life living on the edge. I cry for the thoughts that will creep into their heads about the standards of beauty, for the bras they will wear with no shirts, for the panties they will wear with no skirts, for the message they will send with no words. I cry for little black girls searching for the bluest eye, girls who commit suicide when the rainbow is enough because they don't know why the cage bird sings. After all, it's in a cage, and the rage growing in these soon-to-be angry black women will make the colors they see the most black and blue, not purple. So now let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
Let's get the rhythm of the head, ding dong.
I cry for little black girls whose primary role models like a stripper stripped of her mind, just like slavery times, take the body, use the mind. Touch her body, take her mind. Rape her body, take her mind. Girls who sing, I wish I had a nickel, I wish I had a dime, I wish I had a boyfriend who would kiss me all the time. And then she gets no nickel. She doesn't get a dime. Instead, she gets a boyfriend who beats her all the time. Instead, she gets a boyfriend in prison and doing time. Instead, she gets a boyfriend who will never have the time, and she will stay because she doesn't know she's worth the time. What's left is a body. What's gone is her mind. So now let's get the rhythm of the hands.
Let's get the rhythm of the hands.
I cry for little black girls who will never write tree poems because there are no trees outside. And like Nikki Giovanni, they will look up at the sky, see gray, and realize these are not poetic times at all. Not with HIV and AIDS, not with black girls having the highest teen pregnancy rate. I cry for little black girls who at a young age know about probation and incarceration. They know about social workers and group homes, about acting grown in a little body, and not a thing about writing it in poetry. I cry for the hands that will seldom pick up a book, for the hands that will seldom write on a page. Little black girls who will mentally stay the same age. So let's get the rhythm of the feet.
Let's get the rhythm of the feet.
Let's get the rhythm of the hot dog.
Let's get the rhythm of the hot dog.
I cry for little black girls who have nothing to eat, no one to feed their stomachs, no one to feed their minds. I cry for the ones who will go to jail because association is a crime. I cry for the nights they will have no place to go, for the tears they will shed, and for the ones ahead of them that won't look back to carry them out of the pits they fall in. I cry for their tired feet and their hunger to be free. I cry for little black girls who haven't lived enough life to understand what I mean, but will grow up and see when they do. I hope I'm not alone singing. Down, down, baby, get off of the roller coaster. Sweet, sweet baby, I'll never let you go. Take back the rhythm of your head. Take back the rhythm of your hands. Take back the rhythm of your feet. Take back the rhythm of your whole being. Okay. How you doing?
Good.
I gotta check in. This is nice. I'm having a good time.
Thank you, sweetheart.
That's coming. I got a fan. Okay. Yeah, I'm gonna do a couple more poems. This one is called Altivo Neat Woman. Her smiling face shone in the blazing Altivo Neat sun. Black skin, silky, blue, black, purple, coffee bean black with pearls for teeth. I stood, perplexed by my 13-year-old mind, framed around an alleged paradox. Black, blue, beautiful. The light grew right over my head like the Haiti sun. Knew when I came back, if anyone told me I was ugly, if they mistook my dark for dreadful, if they called me cockroach ever again, it was a bold lie. This skin and all the dark in it is mine and beautiful. Okay. So, I really want to do this poem about my grandmother, if I could find it. It's an interesting story about my birthday, which is coming up in March. I'm one of those people who like to celebrate my birthday, talk about my birthday the whole month of March. I think I have some company here.
Oh, yeah.
So my mother had a really hard time having children. She had a baby before me, but she miscarried, and then she wasn't able to get pregnant again for like another 7 years. So I was born in the 8th year of waiting. And the poem will kind of tell the story, so I don't want to say too much. But it's called Dear Anasia. Anasia is my grandmother's name. Did the blue walls miss your touch, grandmother, when you came to visit? Or was it you who missed this little house, crouched on the floor with a rag, your ghost as old as the doors lined with peeling paint? I went to your grave, watched my weeping mother kneeling down on the soil, the only thing connecting 3 generations, this land you returned to, never returning, lies underneath us all. I wonder if the chickens clucked your song. I wonder how you knew we would sleep in that small room you used to call your own, on a bed knotted with lumps where you slept years ago. I wish I had been awakened by your steady hand, the sound of your body bent and scrubbing, like the sound of my mother's body bent and scrubbing. Was your favorite color blue, like the walls? I had hoped my eyes could catch a glimpse of your ghost, the way my mother saw you drawing circles on the walls with your worn rag and tired hands, hands I have no memory of, rubbing your daughter's pregnant belly, your soothing voice saying, "Where Papua Sakandon." I I wonder about the 7th day of March. Was it as long as the 7 years of a barren womb when they buried you the day I was born? I wonder how you knew destiny would have us meet between life and death to celebrate and mourn. If there were a moment when our two worlds could meet, just so we could speak. If there were an instance when we could hear each other's voices, I wonder what we would say. I wonder if you would tell me how it was to birth 12 children and only have 4 of them live long. If the emotion of loss weighed on you so much that you knew the importance of my survival, that maybe because you had lost so many, you knew what it was for my mother to lose 1 and wait 7 years to be pregnant with a dream. I wonder what words you shared, what prayers you prayed with me in your mind. I wonder how you knew. You would never see me. Gazing longingly at my mother's belly before flying to Haiti, telling her you would not know this baby. I never got in the habit of calling it coincidence. You being buried the day I was born, like some spiritual exchange. I know it was something deeper. Your only girl expecting her only child, a girl who would know you in dreams and stories and the eyelashes and nose I see in mirrors. I would know you in the one picture, black and white, hidden in a suitcase where I would sneak to see you, run my hand over the old frame, wishing you could talk back. I would know you on my birthday. I would know you through everyone who says your name, Anasia. When they see how much I've grown, when they see how much you would have spoiled me, and still my heart feels intently that you would have spoiled me with love. Though moments like that, of worlds colliding, are just an aching wish. If it were to happen, I would talk to you like I've known you all my life, sit at your feet, ask you what God is like, let you play with my hair, listen to you laugh and share old proverbs. I will call you grandma out loud, the way I always have in my heart. I would ask you if your favorite color is blue.